Greetings to you. I wanted to get some, I wanted to be exact with my information. Currently, as of right now, there are countries, four countries in CARICOM, the Caribbean, Latin America, South America, the West Indies. The West Indies comprises of like 20 countries. Latin America comprises like 20. The whole thing, about 20 countries. But four countries are currently signatories, or they endorse the Caribbean Court of Justice. It is called the Caribbean Court of Justice. The Caribbean comprises of 15 full member states, 15 full member states, and 5 just about associate members. They don't have full statuses yet. 20 countries in CARICOM. The Caribbean Court of Justice, named the Caribbean Court of Justice, only comprises of 4 countries. 4 countries in a total of 20. Guyana, Barbados, Belize, and Colombia. I repeat, the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, only has authority and jurisdiction in Barbados, Guyana, Belize, and Colombia. Not even Trinidad and Tobago, where it's based. The CCJ is based, their head office is in Trinidad and Tobago. And Trinidad and Tobago is not a signatory, is not a part of, does not recognize the CCJ. Welcome to Uncensored Guyana. I'm Dr. L. Prasad. Let that sink in for you. Let it sink. Hannah Mohammed. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Hannah Mohammed, you foul. You old foul. I guess you stop laying eggs now. You have reached that stage where eggs don't flow anymore. Yes, Hannah. What you have done, and every time you open your mouth, every time you, Hannah Mohammed, opens your mouth, sometimes I want to see the sperm leaking out, but I guess you clean up very well. But every time you open your mouth, you put your brother in deeper shit. Every time you open your fucking mouth, you put him in deeper shit. You are like the wife that just wouldn't shut the fuck up. It's like, honey, fine. You said you were at your mother. Okay. If that's what you say, then let's forget it. No, but you don't believe me. Because of that one time I said I'm going at my mother, and then your friend saw me and my girlfriend at Pizza Hut talking to her best friend that is a man who was with his brother. You think that we were double dating? Even though I tell you that, I know you don't believe it. You could never get it out your mind. Honey, If you say you were at your fucking mother, then you were at your fucking mother. Just shut the fuck up. I believe you. I know, men. Yes, but some other time you have it in your heart, Hannah. You must know when to shut the fuck up. Seriously, man. You talk so much, you start drip. Your mouth turns into a vagina, and it's dripping. I don't know for what. But you ain't a movie star, Hannah. You are not a movie star, and your brother is not a celebrity. He's a criminal. He's wanted by the US. And yes, lucky for you people, you might get your way. You might get your way with a wasteful waste of a time, waste of taxpayers, nonsense CCJ court that they call themselves. He might get his way there. But let's deal with you, Hannah, for now. You want to replace your brother. You are playing double jeopardy. Oh, you don't think I suspect? I peep your game, Hannah. That Russian guy is coaching you well. He wants to take over the party. He knows he can't run for president, but at least he could be the bitch at the top of the party, and he can pull the strings for all them other niggas in the party. You want to be the head of WIN, Hannah. I know that. You want to be there. You're getting political now. You suddenly becomes a politician. You want to do like your brother. I mean your boyfriend. Your brother. Whatever happens in the palace of Mohammed stays in the palace of the Mohammeds. Okay, it's none of my business. None of my business. I can say whatever. None of my business. It's raining. It's thundering. Yeah, this is the rainy season. So if you're getting me clear, give me the thumbs up. Please give me the thumbs up. I must be sure that you're getting me clear. Because in times like these, you hear the rain falling on the rooftop. I need money to fix up my studio. And no, I can't accept the sanctioned money. Do I get a thumbs up? You're getting my audio good, clear and nice and loud and clean? Is that it? Can I see a thumbs up? Please? More? More? I'm just kidding. Yes, Hannah. If you are tired of the white guy, just divorce him. Give him what he's due. Let him go back to Russia and pimp some of them prostitutes there. Just do that. We know you like black men, Hannah. You see? I told you niggas don't keep secret. They don't keep secret. We know you like black men just like your brother. Your bitch ass brother. Oh, he's sick. I should go very easy on him. Oh my gosh, I forgot he has dengue. Dengue. Gue, as in go. Dengue. I forgot he got dengue. How is he doing? Is he recovering? Is he taking his medication for psychosis? Because madness runs in your family, Hannah. Your father is fucked up. Your sister is fucked up. You are fucked up and your brother is buggered up. I'm serious. It's a family thing. For heaven's sake, man. What is wrong with the Mohammeds family? Use some of their rich man's money and get proper health care. How the fuck a man with a penis and overgrown clitoris, but at least he has two scrotum because he made children. So he's identified biologically as a man. Even though he feels something else, bless you, brother. Like I said before, how can a man on whose passport and birth certificate it says he is a man go to a woman's doctor to check his temperature? Who does that? I can understand the wokeness. You know, no discrimination. If somebody identifies transgender and they want to see a female doctor, then fine, go see a gynecologist. He must know the difference from a vagina and a penis. But the billionaire, all the money you have, all the prestige, when you're going into the parliament, you have it stamped on your chest. I am the king, I am the president, not Ali. And you cannot at least, I mean, Doggy goes to Georgetown Hospital when he has issues with his sexuality. And Doggy depends on you for some handouts to buy gas. You are the billionaire and you're looking for some cheap medical service at an underground, non-sanctioned clinic. Really, man? Is that where you got rich? You don't eat healthy. You buy junk food every day. So you got the dengue. But we're beyond the dengue because now you don't have a case in Guyana. You are free to roam in Guyana. Free at last, free at last. Thank Azruddin, I'm free at last. No, when Martin Luther said that, he wasn't referring to criminals. He was referring to people who really wanted civil rights freedom. But you, Azruddin Mohammed, when you and your father, now your sister is coming out, oh, she's doing a live. Oh my gosh. She suddenly get the spunk and the confidence and the bravery. She's presenting herself. She's making her political debut. It's like, I'm coming out as a politician. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing this live today from my $50 million kitchen, sitting on my $5 million gold chair before my table with gold plates and gold spoon. And I'm coming to you understanding your struggles as poor people. I want you to know that I see you. I know that you have a heart for us. You are praying for us. You want us to get more rich. You want my spoon to be embroidered with diamonds because you love Muhammad. You love me. Look how pretty I am. Forget my age. At least I'm using the thing, you know, the Botox stuff and all the thing that they. Yes, but please look at me. I have no makeup. This is a simple dress that costs 50,000 Guyana dollars. Hannah, the people who fall for your bullshit are the people who likes entertainment. Those are the people. You would never be the leader of WIN. Ever. Because WIN is done, finished. You would also never replace your bitch ass brother. I mean, you can do role play in the bedroom. I hear that you do that. As a matter of fact, Helen Muhammad, I hear that you encourages your brother to beat his wife. As a matter of fact, I also heard that you hit the woman several times. You beat your brother's wife. What's the fuck is wrong with this family, man? What's wrong with this family? First, you profess that you hate gay people, and your brother is gay. Then you talk about you're a devout Muslim and your brother's a criminal, and you are unfaithful to your husband. I heard that, Hannah. I didn't see it. I heard. I can't give up my sources. I heard you like black men. Should I keep it to myself and depress my fucking self? No, my therapists say I have a case of angeritis. So for my angeritis, I have to speak things out whenever I'm affected. So, Hannah, I'm speaking things out. I can't keep it in my mind just because of you. I don't like you. I don't hate you, I just don't like you. Because you're pretending. Use your female voice. Look the way you want to look. You know, use the same voice you use when you wanted to slap that nigga when he blocked you when you were driving your big fancy Prado and you want the whole street to be you. Oh, your brother had no interest in politics then. He had no interest in politics then. He was just the king of the ghetto. He controlled the thugs and the scraps and the scrapes, and he can send them to slap some nigga somewhere who disrespect his side chick, his sister. So you were pompous. Oh, you were pompous. Yes. So when you're coming with your black Prado, There is a red Prado, there's burgundy Prado, there is gray Prado, there's brown Prado, there's white Prado, there is white Prado, there is white Prado, there's white Prado. Why the fuck you had to choose a black Prado? Your husband is white. Choose a white Prado. Your father is racist. Does he know you like black men? Does he know that? You better don't. You better don't let Daddy Shell hear that you like nigger dicks. Because if he hear that stuff, he's going to say, fuck the CCJ. Son, let's go. Yeah, both father and son will get the fuck on the plane and voluntarily submit themselves and say, you know what, bye, Guyana. My daughter is a slut. She likes niggas. You better don't let him know. You see, my sources don't want to come on camera. They just tell me stuff. They tell me. I'm speaking after them. I'm speaking after them. You know, Hannah, but you're not my type. So if you like me, you're not my type. I'm serious. You talk too much. I hate women who likes to babble. If you want to babble, for me as a man, babble in bed when you've been hammered, then you babble. You babble then. Or when you're just drinking up the soup, then you babble. Your mouth must babble, but nothing must come out. Just movements, you know, movements. You little bitch. Irfan Ali conspired to get rid of your little pussy-ass brother. Look at what Irfan Ali is doing. You think that man has time for them little boy bottom house bullshit? If he had any interest in getting rid of your pussy-ass brother, he could never have had the opportunity to enter politics, you little bitch. If Ali had any interest, and I want the CCJ to understand this, since it is mounted that they have a plan to embarrass President Ali and to shove it up the United States, I want them to understand this. I don't give a fuck about you. 15, 16 countries, 16 countries don't give a fuck about your existence. Guyana should not have given a fuck about your existence. But then again, you came about because of Guyana. So I understand. Now you can tell President Ali, shove it up his ass by freeing and try to exert whatever powers you don't have to belittle Guyana by telling the Mohameds they're free to go. I'm telling you now, before the Mohammeds decide to enter politics, he didn't give a shit about politics. Didn't give a shit. His father tried, and he tried because he wanted to access to see where there is government land and see who he needs to bribe. That's why he got involved in politics as councillors. The son never had interest. None of them. They just wanted to be able to exercise their criminal activities without any consequences. But because their crimes catch up with them, now they're crying foul that Irfan Ali conspired with the Americans to extradite their brother. Hannah, what's in it for President Ali? What is in it for President Ali? Or anybody from the PPP? What's in it for them? To get rid of Shell and your brother. If the PPP is so corrupt, as you claim, Hannah, and your brother and all the others, if we are so corrupt, and the key banker, the main encourager of corruption, is about to be extradited, how are we going to make our money? If we want to get rid of Mohammed, your brother and your father, aren't we going to be the ones to lose? As in the PPP? We are corrupt, right? We all take bribes, right? Your father and brother are known to bribe politicians. They confess themselves. So if they are extradited, who is going to lose? All the politicians who usually benefit from your brother's corruption. So you think they'll want to get rid of him? No, of course not, bitch. Of course not. They will want to keep him around. This is why a lot of the times you're hearing that Anil is behind the whole delay of the case, and the PPP is behind the whole delay of the case because they enjoy the Mohammed's money. How come you can draw a conclusion, you and the people of Win and all the others, that Ali wants to get rid of Mohammed? No, Ali don't want to get rid of Mohammed. Ali wants his money. So if Mohammed is gone, Ali can't get the money. It's the Americans that are pressuring Ali to get rid of the Mohammeds. No, President Ali don't want them to go. He wants them to stay because remember, we have to collect our taxpayers' money. And if they're gone, it's going to be a whole complicated process. Now the Attorney General is busy trying to get law passed to go after the assets. That's going to take time. We want them to be around so we can collect. In other words, I had to break it down to that level so you know. Because I know you refer to me as well in your little shitty talk. So you know, Henna and all the others, it is not in the interest of the PPP or the government to see your brother and your father go. We are going to miss him. Because the president stands for law and order, he can't interfere. Look at what the president is busy doing. Making smoothies. He don't have any time with fucking Muhammad and you. He has no time with that. The man is, folks, Guyanese, listen to me. I tell you the truth. Okay? I am trying to bring your attention to a radical asshole as against a good man. We all know the CCJ wants to make a point. They want to make a point to show Guyana and America that they're independent, nobody controls them. So they're gonna shove it up Guyana's ass and America's ass. While they're doing that, President Ali wakes up every morning. The man is on diet. He's trying to lose weight because they're laughing at his weight. And he makes smoothie. Look at the smoothie that the man's made. Bananas and what's the other thing? Papaya and something else. Who in Guyana can't afford to buy bananas and papayas? Who? Who? The Mohameds family? Everybody buys papayas and bananas, not just Ali. Everybody. The difference is people don't like the taste of it, so they don't eat it. Because it's not chicken. It's not chips. It's not the food on the road, the Chinese food. It's not that, so they don't like it. But President Ali is demonstrating to Guyanese, you want to lose weight, this is what we do. It's not Ozempic. That's the diet he and his wife is on. She just happened to respond to it faster than he does because he likes to eat. I'm talking about food. Guess in Muhammad I'm talking about. If I say Muhammad, I say he likes to eat pussy. I'm saying President Ali likes to eat. Nice, delicious, juicy fruits. Fruits. So he's busy in his kitchen. The man showed you his kitchen on camera. Do you see any fucking gold chair in that kitchen? Do you see anything that you can't afford in the man's kitchen? Look how he dresses in his kitchen. Everybody dresses like that. Even the fucking ghetto dresses like that. Compare that to Hannah's kitchen and her table. Who is the great pretender? Who is bullshitting you and making you invest your emotions to them when they don't deserve it? Ali is a humble man. He's like every other guy, and he's a civil servant, you know, private business owner. He's a civil servant. He has brought Guyana to this level where the whole world bows to Guyana, and fucking CARICOM is jealous. Even their neighbors, even Guyana's neighbors are jealous. They want the country to suffer so they have something to point at Guyanese. Oh, you people are from a low life country, and only crime and robbery and violence and murder and so on. They want that. All the neighbors of Guyana, they fucking want that. But the fact that the country has risen and flew past all of them, they're picking a fight. They're doing stuff. They're provoking the situation. But they're forgetting. CARICOM countries, you're fucking forgetting. Guyana builds you. Built. Continues to build you. If Guyanese businessmen and women pull out of your countries, you are fucking done. You're doomed. Stop provoking Guyana. Now back to the CCJ. We know since the Maduro situation, most of the other countries, Caribbean countries in CARICOM, you know, the countries where they have a lot of black leaders, spoke out against it. This is why when the Americans blacklisted them, Guyana was not blacklisted. Suriname was not blacklisted. Trinidad was not blacklisted. All the others. Jamaica, I will tell you, has issues with America. America has foreign policy that does not favor Jamaica because Jamaica is a crime country. It's a failed state. It's a failed state. And this ain't about hurricanes. This is about them niggas that run it. Forever, it's a failed state like Haiti. The only thing they're good for is crime, smoking marijuana, drugs, junkies, prostitution, trafficking, violence, guns, gangs. That's what Jamaica is good for. So no countries want anything to do with Jamaica. People go there and try to enjoy the beaches as much as they can, but only one part they can go. Only one part they can go. So all of these people that are coming out of Jamaica and are benefiting from Guyana's economy, so-called musicians as they call themselves, they go back to their shithole country. Now you have the president of the CCJ, who I thought was a Nigerian. Either way, they're both shitty countries. Nigeria and Jamaica, both shitty countries. Crime every day crime. Gangs, violence every fucking day. They're the worst. The president of the CCJ, I want to reiterate, if it was not for Guyana, he wouldn't have a job as president of the CCJ. So he didn't do his historical work, his groundwork before he visited the opposition leader in Guyana and meddled in Guyana's politics. He didn't do his background work. His secretary and those around him didn't advise him to, hey, stay away from this. They didn't advise him. But he showed up on whatever ticket and decided that he, the big boss, is going to meet with a sanctioned criminal. The person who was before the courts and is about to be extradited. The CCJ's president. What did they discuss? Are there transcripts of the meeting, the discussion, what they talked about? I would like to know. What is it they talked about? Under oath. What was discussed with the CCJ president and Azriddin Mohammed? They must have discussed politics. They must have discussed the extradition case. They must have discussed, well, maybe it will get to you. Eventually we'll bring it to you. And he might say, well, yeah, well, bring it. What was discussed? So my gut feeling is telling me, my gut feeling is telling me that this Jamaican, remember I was against the Jamaican prosecutor that Nandalal took? Well, it is what it is. Now he's going to a Jamaican judge. Imagine that. Look at the irony. The prosecutor for the government, special prosecutor for the government, that the government is paying tens and tens of thousands of American dollars, is a Jamaican. Educated in Jamaica, defending the US and the government's case against the criminal Mohammed. The criminal is going before the final court of the Caribbean, where only 4 countries sign on to, and they're supposed to be the final court on only 4 countries. Anyway, who happens to be Jamaican? Look at the irony. Opposing sides. So why I think that man is going to rule in favor of the Mohammeds is just like I said before, to tell the American fuck off and tell President Ali, shove it up your ass. That's it. There's no consequence to him. He's at the CCJ. No consequence to him. If he does that, and he is on the panel, he is on the man who visited, the man, Mr. Nandalal, you should ask the president of the court to recuse himself. Recuse himself from sitting on the panel of judges on the 21st. He must recuse himself because he had a meeting with the opposition, with the then presumptive opposition leader in Guyana last year. He's compromised. He should not be sitting on the panel. Mr. Nandala, when the Guyana team goes to defend the government and the American goes to defend the American request, they should say, no, sir, you need to step aside. The fact that you had personal, intimate meetings with this man that was not public, it was announced after, but it wasn't a meeting with a camera there, everybody see what was talked about. No, it was closed door meeting. You shouldn't be a part of this proceedings. But he placed himself to be a part of the proceeding of 3 judges. Why 3? You have how many? 9? You have 9 judges at the CCJ. Then why not have all 9 examine the case? Why only 3? You and 2 others. You can influence the other 2 and tell them, hey, rule this way. Or unanimous. You don't need all 3, you just need 2. You and the other one can rule in favor, or you can rule against and the other 2 rule in favor. Either way, the Mohammeds will walk free. Either way, it is my gut feeling. 2 things will happen. They're going to prolong this thing at the CCJ, because the CCJ, if they only preside over cases from 4 countries, Barbados, Belize, Guyana, and Dominica. 4 countries. Or Colombia. Yeah, Dominica. Let me be certain. Next thing you know, when people start talking their bullshit and say he's speaking things that he have no idea about. Let me be certain. Yes, Dominica. Guyana, Belize, Dominica, and Barbados. Since the CCJ has nothing to do, nobody's taking cases to them, they will spend a lot of time on this Mohammed case, and I'm certain they're going to rule in favor of the Mohammeds to make the other countries who have not signed on trust them to say, hey, you see, we can deliver justice for your citizens. Because if the Americans want to extradite anybody from your country, and a sitting government is biased towards that person, they can come to us and we can rule in their favor if we don't like that government. It can encourage the other countries to sign on. They say, hey, this looks good. But I don't think they're going to rule in favor of the state, which would be the Ali government. Because they want to send a strong message to America. One, they oppose the Gaza war, they oppose the Iran situation, they oppose the so-called kidnapping of Maduro, they oppose the Trump tariffs, they oppose the Trump sanctions on countries, they oppose, yeah. This one act, this one case can give them the ammunition they need to send whatever message they need to send to America. But while at the same time they fuck up Guyana. Because if this case ends in favor of the Mohammeds, which I say my gut feeling tells me it will, they're going back to Guyana as free citizens within the confines of Guyana. It doesn't mean they're free everywhere. They're free in Guyana. There's no case against them. It's done. The US would have to reapply, or they have to go the way of Interpol. And Interpol can only get them if the Attorney General signal the Home Affairs Minister, who would have the balls, she would have to grow some balls, and get the uncorrupted cops to arrest the Mohammeds and hand them over to Interpol. Then there is no court case there. There's no court to pass them through a court to see, no. Just arrest Interpol. That's the only way. And I don't see that happening. Why I don't see that happening? Well, because the Mohammeds have enjoyed, now they have sleeper Negro cells, sleeper cells that are waiting for an opportunity to come out and protest. They thought they had one when that criminal died allegedly in police custody at Haslington. They thought they had a case there that they can go and burn stuff down, but they realized that shit, wrong guy, wrong case, wrong opportunity. So they had to back off. But if the CCJ rules in favor of the Mohammeds, and then the Americans have to go the route of Interpol, and Interpol steps in with the cooperation of the Guyana police force and get the Mohammeds, they can use their mouthpiece, Henna Mohammed, to call for them thugs and them Negroes to protest. And they would legitimize that to say the man was kidnapped like Maduro, to ship to America. Then they would use that situation to resurrect another Adriana protest, burn down, looting, shooting, and all that kind of stuff. Then they're going to do it. In the meantime, I want you to bear in mind, yes, Mr. Nandalal, we can get excited, yes. It's excitement is free. And I'm encouraging people to get excited. But the people who will get excited are not the people who wants to see law and order. So I'm telling the WIN people, the people from WIN, you should start celebrating. Start celebrating. Easter is just there. Buy your kites. Get your cross buns, because your hero, the criminal, is free. Free at last. Shell is free at last. Thank Azradeen. He is free at last. For now. I am also calling for the magistrate to be impeached. Magistrate Judy should be investigated and impeached. I am calling for that. Too many red flags in this Mohammed case. Impeach her. You should also investigate what was the Mohammed's vehicle doing at her place of residence, allegedly. It could be somebody borrowed a car for Hajruddin, or maybe it's one of the vehicles that he registered over to somebody else. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's an Uber that somebody from the magistrate's house needed a cab. So they called an Uber in Guyana that happened to be a vehicle belonging to the Mohammeds. Check the record. If the vehicle is still registered to Ajruddin Mohammed, what was it doing there? He is supposed to have dengue in bed, watching his sister stream live on his smartphone. He has many. What is he doing in front of the magistrate's house after hours as a dengue patient? Allegedly. Them boys say that. I didn't say it. Them boys said that. Find out what the relationship is like with Ajruddin and Judy. Find out. Use your spies. You have a lot. Your detectives. Your undercover. I know you have the evidence. If I can know that, you can know that. Why not use it? Investigate the magistrate. Impeach the magistrate. Take her off the bench. Send her home on paid leave, pending the investigation. You can do that. Why not do it? Because she's a woman? Is this a woman thing? Women's rights? Is it a sexist thing that men are against the woman because she seemed to be impartial? There's no impartiality with that. The fact that Henna Mohammed can come out, the defendant, not the state, the defendants can come out and use their platform to push positive coverage for a sitting magistrate that is presiding over a case involving her brothers and father. That alone should tell you something. Why? Is either you're trying to influence the magistrate's decision, or you're doing it because of the magistrate's decision? And if so doing, what's in it for you? Who put you up to that? You have never done it before. Why take a life, spend all that time talking nonsense, and the little sense that came out of your mouth is that you're putting in a good word for Judge Judy, and you're saying PPP pundits are attacking her? Nobody's attacking anybody. We are just stating the facts as we see it, as a matter of opinion, allegedly. If she's your sister-in-law, then just say that. You must know. You know, after all, I heard that things happen, that you give your brother massages when he's sick. You give him, not his wife, you do. You give him massages. Aren't you supposed to run to daddy for your, what do they call it again? Your stipend? Is that it? You know, daddy gives you a little raise at the end of the month. You don't work, you don't have a job. You never did, you never worked. That's daddy's job. You run to daddy for end of the month money. And that is like 5 million a month. You got to take care of you, your husband, and your kids, and maintain your lifestyle. I never heard that you have to suck up to your brother for that. So you mean you have to play nice with your brother for him to give you some money? I mean, what daddy is giving you, isn't that enough? You don't work, Hannah. You don't have a job. You have no qualification. I mean, tell me how this is an elite family. Stupidity runs in the family. None of you took advantage of education because your father was doing his illegal business to acquire fast wealth. So you didn't need to study. Why the fuck should I study? I don't have to work for the rest of my life. Daddy is rich. Then tell the people like it is that you're stupid, your brother is an imbecile, daddy's a crook, but you have money. So all of that now distract the Guyanese from the stunts you're pulling. Why, I want to know, you have to suck up to your brother for money when you have your daddy. Let your husband get a job with Shell. He should be but the cambio card work. Let him get a job with Shell. You have a lot of money. Shell has a lot of money that needs to be counted because the banks ain't doing it. Your husband should help him to count the money on a daily basis. He has so much that it would take years to finish counting the amount of money he has. How long does it take to count 191 billion? And how many people would it take? Yeah, money machines can't help. It will take months and years to physically count 191 billion. It ain't a coin. No, you can't push that in a wheelbarrow. You need containers and containers of truck to transport 191 billion. You need a lot of trucks, maybe 10 trucks or maybe more to transport that. And instead of President Ali, you see, President Ali again is such a gentleman. I have to say this. He talks so calmly. President Ali, when you say no country on earth can you wheelbarrow coins as an official means of transaction with the head of the judiciary, the head of the Ministry of Legal Affairs. No country can a private citizen wheelbarrow in money in coins to any government. Nobody can do that. But yet the jackass ice past Guyana and the government, the president and the attorney general, that he thinks that he's untouchable. Instead of saying that on the pulpit in that nice and calm and Ali sweet tone, you should have slapped the disrespect of that fat face of that fucking imbecile, President Ali, and then say, hey, I am immune from justice. I have immunity. I can slap whoever I want as president. Nobody can touch me. But you see, you are a good Muslim, Mr. President. You are a devout Muslim. You would not encourage violence. No, you wouldn't. You want justice to play out fairly. But your enemies don't want that. Your enemies want to see Guyana fall. They want to see shame on Guyanese. They want to see the economy of Guyana crumble. So your enemy knows, including the CCJ, they know if they can deliver favor for the Mohameds, Guyana can very well come under sanctions. And now with all that's happening around the world, oil and all the wars and things like that, if Guyana comes under sanction, where do you think we will be? It will be easy for the people to rise up and protest and burn stuff down because they will claim that look at how the government messed up the country. They're not going to point a finger at those people at the CCJ that will encourage a criminal to escape justice by playing down the extradition and shutting it down. They don't care the consequences for Guyana. They want to send a message to the Indian president and to the white president to say, hey, go fuck yourselves. That's the message that the Jamaican president or the CCJ wants to send to America and Guyana. Because I reiterate, Jamaica is a shithole country because of the people. No control. And because of their people, they are destroying Guyana's future, which is the young people of Guyana. The gangs, the violence, the prostitution, the drugs. Every time they're about to do that, and they film themselves doing it, pay attention to what they're listening to in the background. Jamaican music, ghetto Jamaican music. That's what they're entertaining themselves by while they're contemplating violence, murder, and all these things. So you tell me what kind of justice you can get from a Jamaican born and bred president of the CCJ. If that thing turns the other way, I would take everything back that I said. Maybe there are some good people in Jamaica, but I don't think it will. I think it's going to go in the favor of the Mohameds, not because it's justice, but because it's political and they want to send a message. That's what I believe. Now, we saw some footage. I saw some footage where I don't know if it's recent or if it's but where some police had a scuffle with a criminal, trying to get him, arrest him, trying to get him in the back of the vehicle, and he was resisting and beating up on the police and things like that. So the police officers who could have used their weapons, their taser, their baton, and their guns, they could have used that. They chose instead to wrestle, fake wrestle, stamp the guy. You know when you're wrestling, you're pretending like you're stamping, you just slide. Yeah, they were doing that. They weren't. They were just slapping him with their shoe to subdue him. And oh, the outcry of them Negroes. Oh, the outcry. Police brutality, violence against Negroes. But they didn't see how the criminal was hitting on the police first. They didn't see that. They only saw what they always see. When the police is trying to restrain the criminal, so to get him to the station. And in the process, they resisted. The police just used physical weapon. Now, the Guyana Ministry of Home Affairs, again, I've said it before, again, you must give the police department the power they need to draw their guns, their weapons, to protect themselves. Just like the president said, no country you find people will push money in a wheelbarrow, coins, like what Ashudin did. But yet they think they can abuse the system because the Guyanese justice system and the police department is somehow lenient and understanding. That has to stop. Anytime people resist arrest the way they usually do in Guyana, to the point where they injure the police, beat up on the police should be able to use their weapons, guns, shoot them and let them protest after. Because you see what happened in Haslington. The police had nothing to do with the death of a criminal, nothing. But yet they were ready to protest, burn stuff down. And when these same criminals are beating up on police, niggas are celebrating. Oh yes, because of Ali and the corrupt police force, because of Ali and President Ali and all that. But when PNC was in power, they weren't doing that. The police force under the PNC did worst to their own black people. But you never had protests. You never heard about police corruption. You never heard about Granger encouraging the police to kill black people. You never heard that. They took it. What do they say? You take it like a boss. Yeah, they took it like a boss and keep their mouth shut and no resistance. But in Jack Dio's time, it's always extrajudicial killing. Not with Hoyt. Hoyt used to hang them niggas. The death sentence. Kick down the door, get them criminals. They're never criticized. Granger did it. Not hang, but Granger government, very harsh on crime. No criticism, no protest. But if it's an Indian president, oh, it's racism. They want to kill black people so they have more votes from the Indians. And before I go, speaking of Indians, I am in my mental capacity. I don't drink before do the show. I don't smoke. I'm clean from anything. I'm clean from anything. No drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. So when I say things on my show, I'm not delusional. I've said before, I'm Dr. Prasad because I adopted the name Dr. Prasad because I wanted it. You understand? I identify as Indian. Indian. And because by nationality, meaning I was born on the soil of Guyana, in that context, it's called Indo-Guyanese. So yes, I identify as Indo-Guyanese. Nothing is wrong with my fucking brain. Nothing. I don't need therapy. I am conscious of that. The last group of people that I would ever identify as is Africans. The last group of people. No, I want to be at the top of the world. I want to be amongst the good people, the powerful people, the smart people, the peaceful people, the geniuses of this earth. I want to be among them. So I identify with them. Indian, from India. In the Guyana context, Indo-Guyanese. So fuck you niggas who think I have issues because I don't want to identify as Negro. Fuck you. Thanks for your attention. Until next time, share this live. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Click the subscribe button. And all the lovely people who would like to make their contribution, I'm inviting you. Don't get too emotional. If you want to make a donation, you go ahead and make a donation because at the end of the day, whether you donate or not, I'm not going to change my style. So not when I say nice things, you're like, oh my God, Dr. Prasad is such a nice person. I'm going to make a donation. But when I'm hosting a different way, you're pissed. You're like, I can't believe I support that guy. You either do it and you're consistent because you stand with right and truth and justice for Guyana, or you don't do it. Either way, don't text me and tell me about whatever. Please don't do it. I don't like it. This is why I keep saying it. Don't do it. I don't like it. Okay? But for the kind people, you can send your donation via Zelle. The Zelle account you see there, the description, that's the Zelle. And in the description also, you have the means in which you can Western Union or MoneyGram. Your support goes a very far way with the Durga Foundation. The Durga Foundation is not associated in any way with Uncensored Guyana on none of the platforms. Not YouTube, not Facebook, not TikTok, not Instagram, none of the platforms. It's a separate organization that has no political ties whatsoever. I use the program as a fundraising machine for the foundation. That's the whole purpose. The program, me calling out, putting the Zelle number there, is a fundraiser for the foundation. The foundation does not endorse anything I say or whatever it is. It's different, impartial, non-partisan, and it's kept aside. Please do not mix up the two. Have a good day.